Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junk Works. This is what we're going to be working on. And unfortunately you can't tell, but every single one of my lights that I have, except for the new LED one, has only one bulb over there and over there. Every one of them only has one bulb working in them still. And even the big one that I have up there only has a couple. So it's time for me to upgrade my lights with some LED lights. Now these are Amazon pretty much cheapest ones I could find. They were all really close to the same price, but the one thing that helped this is that I actually bought 10 of them, I believe it is, a 10-pack. And because of that, it brought it down to where it's around the $19–20 range, $18 to $20 range. I'll put the price below what it is, and you can do the math. But basically, this brought it to about the same price if I was to go out and get those little Harbor Freight ones. I've done a video on those 5,000 watt, 4-foot LED Harbor Freight kind of lights, and I did my under hood light with it. And it's still working, still good. My Walmart one, I did one on that one as well. It's still working, still happy with it. Only problem with it is it's more money and I can't really find them anymore. So I found this. There's lots of different ones that look the same with different names and different prices. This was the lowest price one I found at the time I could find it. And it seemed like it had a lot of the things that I wanted as well, feature-wise. So, we're going to go ahead and open the box up. Not going to show you me doing a box opening, but the next thing you'll see is the lights. Before I open this up, I do want to say one thing. As far as the shipping, I don't know. I got to look in here. But, there is a big crack that goes from here all the way down the middle, like this thing got folded up somehow. And the tape is not very well taped, as you can see. And it's broken across here, so it's kind of half open. And when he set this thing, I don't know who delivered it because I didn't open the door right away when they knocked. Took me a little while, and then my wife actually went out and looked. Regardless, he rattled the house pretty much when he threw it down on the porch. So hopefully that doesn't mean it's all going to be in pieces, but we shall see. You probably won't be able to really see this, but as you can see, I have them all on. They're all working. That makes me happy because of the shipping damage. But regardless, I got them all out. I'm testing them all out, and they do seem to be working. And they're really, really bright. I can't even look at it, so I will kind of show you what I have going on. Here's one of the reasons I bought these. I'm not sure if it's going to totally work everywhere I want it to, but you can daisy chain these together and have all these going. Now, I have heard that you're only supposed to have like 3 at a time or so many at a time, so you'll have to do that research on your own of how many you feel okay to do. But you can also turn them on and off separately, even if they're all plugged into each other. Like if I unplug that one, or if I take and pull the chain on that one and shut it off, the rest of them will still work. So you can use a chain pull to separately turn them off and on, which is nice. And you can daisy chain them together. Something else about one of the reasons I went with this set was because each one of them has just a normal cord, like a plug-in on each one of them. They don't have like a special type of plug that you have to plug in. So each one of them can be separately plugged into a different outlet or receptacle of some sort. And I'll show you at least part of what I'm gonna do. That plug-in right there is actually hooked to an outlet or a switch over by my front door over there. And then I just have extension cords going to boxes. I think I did a video on this that I plug my lights into. So my plan is basically to do the same thing, only I may take out a couple of the boxes that I have and some of the orange cord that I have, the orange extension cord stuff, because I got like this setup. Got an orange extension cord going to a box. The box plugs into that. When I turn that switch off over there, this whole box shuts off, which shuts that light off. And then this one is my old one that I got from Walmart. Did a video on that. It's got a pull chain. You can turn it off and on, but I just have it so I can use the switch. So far, other than the shipping, I'm happy. They're all working. I think they will work for what I want them to work for. And we shall see. Once I get them up, you'll kind of see them up. The other thing about these that I do like is that instead of, this is what they come with, is these chains that you hang. And it comes with an instruction book. There's only one instruction book, but there is a package that goes inside of each one of these for hanging them. And it's similar to my one over there where I have to hang it from the ceiling. That one doesn't give you the option to actually just screw it into the ceiling and leave it there. I don't like that because I'm always kind of banging into things. So the further up I can get them, the better. These ones here actually do have on the back of them a place where you can screw them right into your ceiling. It doesn't come with, no, it does come with, it comes with everything you need. It comes with screws, comes with these chintzy, I wouldn't use these to do this with, but they're really, really light. So those will probably work fine. You choose to do what you want to do. But regardless, I'm going to mount them directly up to the ceiling, which I really like about these ones, and some of them weren't that way. So another reason why I went with these ones. So right now this is just a first look. Until I've used a product for a while, I really can't tell you if it's a great product. I can tell you they're fairly cheap made. They are not super sturdy, although I will say the ends are okay. The pull chain part actually seems fairly like a decent switch in there. If that's what you're going to use, I won't probably be using that for most of mine. And the plugs seem okay. I like that they're not just a special plug. I can plug any one of these into anything I want. And I'm hoping this shows up, because I do know my camera messes with light and I don't know how to turn that off. But there's that one on. That one over there is on as well. But I'm probably not going to mess with that one right now because I can't get to it very easy. But I'm going to replace this one with one of the LED ones, and we'll kind of get, hopefully, a little bit of a difference in appearance of light here. I'm also gonna do this one versus the Harbor Freight one that I have and see, because they're basically the same price, only with this one you're getting 2 light bulbs in the light, as to where the Harbor Freight one is like one down the center. But supposedly they're the same lumens or whatever, so I honestly don't know a ton about this stuff. And we got a storm going on here, so if you hear the thunder in the background, then that's what it is. Alright, well, let's get to it. Alright, and I hope this does it justice, because it's pretty dang good. I'm very happy with it. Here's this one. So I know you can't really see it. And just so you know, I wasn't doing a bunch of electrical work in a thunderstorm. I realized that would be stupid. All I was doing is plugging it in. I hung it up and plugged it in. That's all I did. So it wasn't like I was working with tons of electrical work. Yeah, plugging it in and unplugging it may have been a little dangerous, but you know, sometimes you gotta live on the edge. But regardless, it's up there. It was fairly easy to hang, although I admit you can't see it either, but where I wanted it, I just drove a screw right through it. In fact, here, other light, but there it is. I just drove a screw into the stud in the middle there, and then the other one is actually hooked the way it's supposed to be hooked. Just because I couldn't get this side on there, and I'd rather do that than anchor it with those stupid anchors. So I don't really care. It's a garage.
And I gotta say, one of the best things about LED lights is right here. The light comes on cold weather early in the morning instead of flickering like that one over there.
And I don't know if you can hear it because the heat's on, but even more so than the flickering, the whiny buzzing noise that it makes as well. So yet again, there is the new one right below it. Just kind of what it looks like here. Casts a good amount of light. And this is the Walmart one I did. And there's a light from it. Still very, very happy with this one. It doesn't appear that any of the LEDs have gone out at all in it or anything like that. So if you can find these, they're a great light, and they're definitely better than the ones from Amazon as far as the Here's
quality.
the Harbor Freight one, and it just sits right above. I got this one, if you never watched the video, it's got magnets on it. And actually, I don't know if I showed this in the video, but above my table here, I went ahead and put a couple of joist hangers, one there and one right there, just right in the spot I wanted it, and then I can hook those to it and use it up over my table here. I also have a video on how I make that a under hood light. But I tried to get this about hung in almost exactly the same place as the Harbor Freight one, close as I could anyway. And just to make it more fair, I'm also putting you on a tripod here. Once again, my camera tends to filter light or whatever it is, so hopefully this turns out. So that one is the Amazon special kind of one. Okay, there's nothing at all. There is, make sure this is out of the way, there's the Harbor Freight one. Harbor Freight. Amazon special. I'll be honest with you, right now I think the Amazon one is slightly brighter, but not enough to really make a big difference in my mind. But yet again, these Amazon, although they're, again, I think the Harbor Freight one is definitely higher quality, surprisingly to say. But the Amazon special one is definitely, it's cheap, it's budget. It is not built to move around or do anything with. Once you mount it, you're not going to want to move it. This Harbor Freight one, I feel totally comfortable. I've bent the aluminum housing a couple times on it, slightly, but it's way thicker. It doesn't bend near as bad compared to these ones here. And they're not high quality, but they are cheaper by pennies probably compared to the Harbor Freight one. So yet again, you choose what you want to choose. These were, like I said, I'll put the price below somewhere in this video. I'll have already done that probably. And so they ran, I believe they're around the $18 to $19. I can't remember what I did when I did the math, and there was a few different ones I was looking at, and I ended up going with these ones. But they all really did look the same. I mean, had the same writing about them. Everything was the same. They just had different sellers. So, you know, you choose what you want to do, and also choose what you want. If you want to go with a higher quality, real, like what you'd normally see, what the old ones used to be like, quality ones, that I'd say that Walmart one was pretty darn good. And yet again, you'll have to go back and watch the video on that one, if you can even find those. But I'm sure they're somewhere out there, or at least one similar to them. But you're going to spend, you know, minimum $30 to $40 on each one of those, and these are half the price for about the same lumens. So you choose what you want to do. I think this is enough for this one, and hopefully it wasn't too long and you enjoyed it. Alright, thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to be a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.